So, to the victor goes the spoils. Let's show you some of our booty from the lazarette. So remember, this is a year has gone by since we've lived on the boat. Coming up on a year and a half since we bought the boat. We've never gone through that shelf in the lazarette. So let's check out our booty. Okay, so my job for today is to get our outboard motor running. So it's just here on the boat, and this is where it's been for almost the past year. One of our earliest videos, you saw us getting it running, and it ran great, and it's fine. Even got some new parts for it. This whole thing here is new. New spark plug, new fuel filter, new fuel, new fuel line. What else did we do? New impeller, new oil, lower unit oil. Greased all the grease fittings. Maybe ran it 10 minutes and it sat. So last summer we wanted to get the dinghy in the water, and I tried and it wouldn't start, and that was only maybe a few weeks after we did all that work. So it's been sitting now for probably just coming up on a year, just sitting right here, covered and locked up. So that's always recommended, is lock up your dinghy engine even when it's on your boat. And then lock it to your dinghy too. So anyway, we are gonna see if it runs. So we've got the snorkel on it, or I guess it would be a reverse snorkel. So this is a way to, here, I'll show you guys. So this just slides right off, and then see those little grates right there, that little black grate where the light's coming through? When the dinghy engine's in the water, that's how it cools itself. It sucks up water into the dinghy engine and then cools itself. But because I don't want to put it in the water yet, we have this thing, and it just slides right over like that. Yep, just slides right over like that. And then the hose is hooked up to it. So we'll turn the hose on and give it some water, and then hopefully we can start this thing. That's the goal. And then if we can start this thing, I'll put it on the dinghy, and then I'll maybe get to take the dinghy out for the first time ever. Let's give it a go. Okay, so I've been giving it a few pulls there. Do you notice anything missing? Let's take a look. So we have fuel. We've got the choke on. We've got water to cool things down. But what do we not have? The key. I forgot to put the key in. So let's try that one again with the key in, shall we? BRB. Key. So this guy clips right in here. So it keeps the kill switch out. And so when and then you're supposed to tie this to your body or your person. And if you fall off, the key goes with you and it lets the kill switch pop back in. So it's not going to start without the key. Let's try that again. got the air intake box off. It looks pretty darn clean in there. And then let's take a peek up here together. This also looks really good and clean. Like it's kind of hard to see in there, but no, there's definitely nothing blocking the air intake. So that's good. So the next easiest thing is we can check for spark. So I'll show you guys how we can do that. Let's go through what we've done so far. So remember, 4 things that we need: fuel, air, spark, and lube. So we've checked our air box, and that's been clear of any obstructions. So now let's make sure we have spark. And an easy way to do that is to take your spark plug, hook it up, and then touch it to the bare metal where the spark plug would normally go, and then pull, and then there's spark happening in there. You can see the spark. So we know that this spark plug is doing what it's supposed to do. So we're going to put that one back in and then do the same test with this bottom plug. And if that one works, then we know that there's likely something wrong with the fuel system, and we'll start troubleshooting that. Lube, air, spark. I confirmed both of these are sparking correctly. So now and then of course the air is working. And then the lube's inside of the fuel because it's a 2-stroke. So we are potentially just missing fuel. And so this is sat for a year without running, and fuel goes bad, especially can clog up the delicate parts of the carburetor. So right now we're going to try one more time to get it working without taking it apart too much, and then if we can't get that working, then we know likely needs to start with the fuel system and likely the carburetor. That's a common problem. So let's give her one more go and see if we can get her running without going too much further. So, in the spirit of if we did one little thing to improve the boat today, it was a good day. And we didn't get the dinghy motor going. Kind of ran out of time, ran out of steam. I'm gonna have to take the carburetor apart and go through that with some carb cleaner and really make sure all those jets are cleared out. That's pretty normal. But, so, to compensate and make sure we make the boat a little bit better today, I am washing her. So, see these? I found those in the, growing out of the dinghy. That's cute. Little plants. But I don't know if you can see the dirt. Yeah, you can see the dirt. Sorry for the helicopter. And then over here, nice and clean. Clean, dirty. Clean, dirty. So, little baby Win. And sorry again for that helicopter. Little baby Win for the day. I've finished the port side, so now I got to go down the starboard side. Listening to a podcast and enjoying the beautiful weather, the beautiful view, and making sure the boat is just a little bit better today. So we'll keep going. hot one today. About just shy of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? Like 35, 37, something like that. But the work won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. So today, here I am. We are going to be working on pulling the carburetor out. Because if you guys recall from a couple days ago, or maybe earlier in this video, I couldn't get this thing to start. And we confirmed that we had spark. We confirmed we had fuel. We confirmed we had air. Well, spark, fuel, air, lube. Compression, sure. But spark, fuel, air, lube. We know we had fuel because the fuel tank was full. We know we had spark because the spark was sparking. Spark plug was sparking. We know we had air because there's no blockage in the air intake. But was the fuel actually... Oh, and then the lube is in the fuel. Yeah. But was the fuel actually getting into the chamber? Because could the carburetor be gummed up, junked up? So that is our goal for tonight. But just for S's and G's, I'm going to try to start it. Just to see if, for whatever reason, maybe this hot weather talked it into starting. I don't know. But let's just go ahead and give it a pull or two. See if it'll start. And then let's pull it apart. Oh my gosh! I don't have to take the carburetor out. It's running. Yes. So let me explain the test that I just did and why. I mean, I don't have the fuel tank hooked up, but there was plenty of fuel in there when we were doing our testing last time. So it has been a few days. It's really, really hot. So it's been a few days, which means maybe if I did flood it, the fuel, became unflooded. The carburetor was unflooded. It's been really, really hot. So maybe the heat kind of just loosened up whatever grime was in the carburetor blocking things. Wow, okay. That's really, really good news. Yeah, and so the reason we didn't have the fuel tank on there right now is because Devin's out doing errands, and she was going to pick up new fuel just to see if maybe that was the problem. But it ran just fine with the fuel that was in the system. It started on the first pull. So I'm happy. That's awesome. And I don't have to pull the carburetor apart. Let's call the Dinghy engine running a win? Maybe the boat's just a little bit better today? I'm still in disbelief and skeptical about this thing. But the proof was just now. You guys saw it. It was running. So we'll take that as a win. See you guys.
Yeah, Captain. Baby, you did that.
Huh?
You did that. Thank you.
Good. that too.
We got oars. We'll be fine.
Yeah. So we really need to adjust the idle.
Luna's ready. Oh, she's so dirty.
With mechanical power,
We're on the water.
powered by dead dinosaurs.
Off to explore. And Yara is all the way over there.
Yay!
And we are off to explore the other side. Find ourselves a cool place to hang out in this heat.